I've had it. I'm done.
I'm done paying the monthly Adobe tax. Let me do some math.
2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 1, that's 3. Quick maths.
Adobe photography plan, $11.99 a month. That's $144 a year. You've been paying for 3 years, that's almost $450. And what do you have for that? The moment you stop paying, Lightroom stops working. Your presets are locked. You don't have those edits. Anything in the Adobe Cloud, you can't access that. So that's not a purchase, that's rent. And I'm tired of paying rent on software. So what is the alternative? Well, very luckily, very happily, there are alternatives. There are other softwares, whether it's photo, video, audio, or other kind of creative software. There are ones out there that you can just buy once or own forever or use for free right now. For example, I bought On1 Photo Raw as an alternative to Lightroom. That was $40. That's less than 4 months of Adobe. And I own it forever. It does 90% of what Lightroom does. And the other 10%, I don't miss it and I'm not paying for it. Yeah, I wanted to do a little demonstration of On1 Photo Raw. This is Photo Raw 2025. I want to get into the pricing a little bit later, but first off, let's just show you the basics. So here, we've got some pictures of some flowers. Let's click on this, and if you used Lightroom at all, this is going to look pretty similar. It's a little bit different, but you can figure it out pretty quickly. First off, right here, this is Brilliance AI. If in Lightroom, this is like the auto setting. You can just click this, and it's automatically going to apply some settings. And I mean, this is handling a pretty heavy raw file, and it's doing a pretty good job. Tone and color, this is your basic, exposure, contrast, highlights, all that. You can also change the camera profile, and it's got profiles based on your camera. It's got support for a lot of cameras built in, and then it has its own preset stuff kind of in there as well. White balance, sharpening. It's got several different kinds of AI settings here. No noise AI, tack sharp AI, both things like that. Got your lens correction, and again, it's got support for tons and tons of lenses, so it knows exactly what lens I'm using right here, my Sigma. Then on the right side, these are your presets. So you can click on any of these, and let's say I want to go to Sun Glow. I like Sun Glow 10 quite a bit. Warms it up, looks good. Then it's got AI Style Advisor and AI Adaptive presets. So Style Advisor actually chooses edits that it thinks you will like. You have to train it a little bit. And then Adaptive presets is just like based on what the picture is, it does it best. So it's very powerful. This is the 2025 edition. If you want to buy the new edition 2026, it's now $100. I still think that's pretty worth it versus Lightroom. And if you have the previous edition, it'll cut 50% off. So if I want to upgrade, it's another $50. But I think 2025 is going to do pretty well for me for a while. You got a bunch of other tools here on the side. So got your editing, your Magic Select, your masking brush, healing brush, push tool, zoom tool, transform, crop, all that kind of stuff. And it does a lot of this. Again, it's got like an auto leveler. So anyway, that's On1 Photo Raw, and it's pretty powerful. If you want to use very powerful video editing software like Adobe Premiere, it is now double the cost. It's $22.99 to use Adobe Premiere through the subscription, or you could use DaVinci Resolve right now, which is free. The Studio is a one-time cost of $300, and it's very, very powerful. It now comes with its own built-in photo editor, so if you wanted to ditch any other photo editor and just do DaVinci, you technically could. But it's an industry standard video editor, and it's literally free. for the DaVinci Resolve Basic Edition. If you just want to do short form video and stuff like that, CapCut is $0, and you can pay for some extras. You can use it in your browser for free, and it's pretty powerful. And stuff like Shotcut or Olive, these are free open source video editors. They exist. But literally, the DaVinci Resolve is free. It's not a trial. It's not watered down. You can edit 4K video. You can do color grading. You can do visual effects. And the paid studio version is $300 one time. That's 2 years of Adobe Premiere, and then you own it forever. So it pays for itself pretty quickly. If you want to use Adobe's podcast editor, Adobe Audition, you have to get the whole suite, which is $59.99 for the full suite. When you can edit audio very simply in Audacity or even DaVinci Resolve. Sorry, late night editing Charlie here with you. And I went to the Creative Cloud website. I'm not signed in, so this is just showing up on the website right now. For Creative Cloud Pro, they right now have a 50% off. So $34.99 per month, but it's billed monthly. 20 plus apps. So you're getting the photography bundle, which is Lightroom and Photoshop. You're also getting everything else for $34.99 a month. That's a good deal. That's better than $70 for sure. So I think I say $59.99 for the rest of this video, but right now it's $34.99 or usually $69.99. It's $34.99 per month for the first 3 months. So if you want to get him now, try all this stuff and then get out, sure. And then for any individual app, it has its own price. So Audition is $22.99 a month. So is Animate. So is After Effects, things like that. So you can piecemeal this, but there's really nothing under $5 at least per month. Creative Cloud Standard, $54.99. So I don't know what the difference. This is Pro. So okay. Anyway, just some corrections there. On-One Photo Raw is $40. So after 3.5 months, you're breaking even versus Adobe. DaVinci Resolve is $300. So if you're paying for Premiere, you're breaking even after 2.5 years. And let's talk about some other options. Let's talk about Canva. Canva is super powerful for very basic things. If you're designing even a web page or for YouTube thumbnails, I find it indispensable. If you're doing anything like that, Canva is very, very powerful. And it is a subscription if you want the premium to get all the best features. Canva also, they have subsidiaries. So you can get a bunch of free stock footage or a bunch of stock footage included. This is sounding a lot like Adobe, right? Adobe has Adobe stock, but it's cheaper. That's what I'm basically saying. And it's, I think, a little bit easier to use for beginners. If you're just looking to make thumbnails or posters or flyers and stuff like that, this could be really powerful. Or even just to edit something you've drawn. On that note, if you're tired of paying for Illustrator and as part of Adobe, Inkscape is a free open source version to make vector drawings or vector images, SVG files. If you're trying to use Photoshop, GIMP is a very basic version of Photoshop, but it is open source. It gets updated for free and things are added. They just recently had a very big update for the first time in a long time. And look, there are some other ways to obtain software.
Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. You're our favorite indeed. Being a pirate is a right indeed. Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. You are a pirate.
I'm not telling you to do that. That would be wrong and illegal, and I would never suggest that there are any alternative methods to try before you buy. What I will say is most of these one-time purchase programs have a free trial and you can use them. And if you're a student, If you're going to school at all, check your school software portal, and you might already have access to use these softwares. Let's go through some other ways to save here. Look, if you're looking for stock photography, check out Unsplash, stock video, Pexels, Pixabay. As I've talked about in a previous video, if you are running an AI locally on your PC, Stable Diffusion, if you want to do some of that. I don't think it looks very good, but it's an option. If you're looking for music or sound effects, YouTube Audio Library. I know a lot of people rag on the music that's there, but it is free to use in a YouTube video. Pixabay has music you can use. There are free Creative Commons sites. You just Google, like, type in copyright free, DMCA free. It's all out there. Your mileage may vary. It's just going to depend on what you need or what you want, but I'm just telling you. If you're looking for cloud storage, Google Drive obviously gives you 15 gigabytes for free, and you can have multiple email addresses. Again, not suggesting you do that. But after that, like, invest in these things. This is a 1 terabyte drive. So there's 1 terabyte of storage right there. And there are free ways, free websites where you can send large files back and forth. And this you'll own forever. You might have to replace these. You might have to, like, flash storage won't last forever. But it exists. If you're looking for presets and LUTs, so many YouTube creators want to sell presets and LUTs to you. You could just make your own, or there are free ones. You don't need to pay $50 to some YouTube photographer for a preset pack. Take a look at one of their photos, try and match it. There's your preset. If you're looking for email marketing, MailChimp has a free tier up to 500 subscribers. So again, if you're just getting started, it's worth it to you to just use the free options until you can afford. Don't jump in. Like, the subscription trap isn't just Adobe, it's everything. So here's the thing. If you're a professional working in a team, Adobe is the standard. I get that. But if you're like me and you're just a hobbyist or doing this part-time, or you're just starting out, you don't need to rent your tools. On OnePhoto Raw, Affinity Photo that's owned by Canva, DaVinci Resolve, GIMP, Audacity. These programs are powerful and they're affordable, and you own them. You're paying $144 for the Lightroom photography bundle. So every 2 years, that's a new lens or a tripod or a lighting kit. So stop renting, start owning, go make something.